Cool. Boy, that was a hell of a relief rally. We talk about those. We just never know how much follow through you'll see with it. I mean, sometimes it's just like a morning or two, but that was pretty definitive to close the week.
Yeah, I'm definitely, as you trade more, especially full time, you learn a lot more about situations and things, and that's my time. I mean, I could play that forever. It's just so easy for me to identify stuff. Looking at charts this week, like what you just said, like fits the bill. Like stuff is already kind of. Is it going to continue, or are we going to check back? Now that's a question. Um, and some charts, they do have a pretty good spot to continue to, so there is some meat left on the bone, for lack of better terms. But some of these charts, Invis stands out real well. Um, like it's got the bulk of the move. It feels like. So just knowing if there's going to be more um, is always a hard thing for me to identify. That's why I love the flow because
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. So one I was looking at this morning that I'd been mentioning a few times was Ollie.
yeah,
It's made it just a really great move over the past week or so. The flow took it to 65, and now they're buying leaps further out of the money. But that's not necessarily a guarantee of, or not a well, nothing's a guarantee, but it's not a conviction for me to continue right now. Like I
yeah.
think it could definitely back a bit and then go higher, and then they're buying out to 75. It's kind of like it's like a mid cap, what Costco did for months, where it just kept grinding up. So I think that is going to happen, but for me, with the original flow read being 65, I'm not going to buy it at 63.50 or whatever it's at. It's
Yeah.
just needs to cool down a bit.
Yeah, I think, and I think there's a chart I'm gonna pull up here in a second that you're gonna laugh, and I literally was just dying when I seen it. But some of these plays they will pull back, maybe pretty deep, but that long term like strike price and thesis is still there. It's just like the the catalyst have to get come together, right? Like the news has got to come, the product's got to come, or whatever. The CEO's got to come, or get fired, or change, or they got to make this business pivot. They really got to implement it. And the first buys always seem like on the idea, not the actual implementation. But this chart right here really stood out to me. I don't know if you have your screen up, but we dipped all the way to like 70 on this monster play, and you were talking about it going to 100, and we're at 94 right now. um, but it just really stood out to me because I was like, this mother said 100, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of like capping out here. But you get this big dip, and it's a 90 to $95 stock, so when you can buy it at 70 or even 80, that's a good trade in my opinion.
That one was interesting. Just flow out of nowhere when I first started mentioning it.
Yeah, yeah. It just I looked at it. I was like 94.50. Are you kidding me? um, because yeah, I don't know how long ago you mentioned it, but I know it was in the maybe high 70s, mid 80s. But it just had looked like this is where we're gonna be. Um, and it no, lo and behold, it took off. And we had talked about it maybe being like an acquisition or something, um, something like that. So
One of those that you know you kind of learn the character of sectors and defensive. And I was back. My first mentions were April 2nd. I said A plus to 90.
yeah, and we're right here at
Uh,
this 80 range.
and
Right.
it's just consumer defensive stocks when they catch an end, they'll often go on for a while. So that is definitely, something be aware of just with those stocks. A lot of them are kind of beaten down, so if they were to get going, you definitely could see some swing potential there. Hey, so does MO have connection to the whole Jewel thing?
Yes.
Is that kind of what's going on
Yeah.
with that? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It was on my list for sure to keep an eye on because that's just the way it's overreaction in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean in terms of fundamentals, you don't really get a better stock than MO. Just their whole dividend history and the TA since pretty much since like 1985 when they came out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely interested in
I mean,
them.
you're
It's
gonna get
you
like
don't
the
really.
$10 move from here probably this year, right? Regardless, like it'll be back in the low 50s. Um,
Yeah, I mean
it
it'll just
it's
just
not
out of seller exhaustion. If anything.
yeah,
I mean,
it's not going to 80 or 90. That's not one of those plays, but less risk, less reward. Usually how that works, right? But still a great thing to trade. The option side on this thing is pretty nice too. I did trade to one of these contracts few weeks back. Um, they were pretty cheap.
I'm gonna switch devices real quick.
Okay. What is the weekly set? Yeah, you can probably lotto some August like 48s, 47s for 50 cents here. This is my kind of play. Maybe even the 50 and just lunch money or in the money.
All right, there we go. I'm back.
Yeah, I like
still cut out.
fine. I like the August August calls on the Mo. 47 5s or 50s.
Yeah, that's kind of the time frame I'm looking at. So yeah, for sure.
That's the price range I'm looking at.
Yeah.
20 cents and 50 cents. That's perfect.
Yeah, those are nice. I mean, you can just kind of, if you size it small enough to where you don't really worry about it, and then just see where it goes because you'll get a nice move.
Yeah, I'm still 2 contracts when I play. Still, it's the best way for me. It feels the best way to learn without like panicking or sitting there staring at it the whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, in the long run, I want to be more of a swing trader on the options, right? Like that's where I want to catch a bottom on a chart that I necessarily don't get the exact.
Yeah, I
bottom.
mean that's where it's at, especially with small and mid caps. Just those swings you can get in. That's kind of where I got my start with them in like materials like lithium and all that. You can really clean up with a small position. All right, so I guess I'll jump right into some new hot list stuff.
Let's do it.
And I'm just gonna finally just put this one on here. I've seen it in the flow for weeks. I don't know what's going on with it. Wendy's.
Yeah.
WEN. And we're not catching it down. It was down like 1750. It's kind of broke out here, but I have flow to 22 and 25 on it.
22 is on larger time frames. Volume profile, center volume profile. 21.9, 22.24. So that's probably what it should trade around. P. If I was going to one line the chart, that's where I'd go. 21.9.
Yeah, it's I kind of I was thinking when I first started to see the Wendy's flow that they were going to have some big news or something, but I think it might just be just chart relief, getting back to where it belongs, I guess.
It does, yeah, and it doesn't really get above 25, 27. I mean, it just really doesn't.
Yeah, it had that little squeeze last year.
Yeah, just one.
It was like one day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that went to 29.46, so like it didn't
Yeah.
break 30. That kind of tells you your height. But yeah, getting back to 21, that's 20. I mean, excuse me, 22, and maybe a pop past that if it continues. I do like.
Yeah. And those are August contracts on that. All right. Next up for me, I want to get into EV chargers this week. And the one that I like the most is ChargePoint.
That's what I thought. We're gonna
Yeah.
have we're gonna have some lines there. Yeah, 14, 5, 1450, and then 1984. So basically, buy it before it gets to 15, and then sell it at 20. Is what we have.
Yeah. So I've got flow to 22, uh, which basically means that we could get a run towards that, and you can clear out your position well before that happens. But yeah,
You're thick to 25. That's probably like the high spot right now. I would say.
yeah, it's just really dominating the flow in the whole sector. So, and it had this pretty big volume on Friday with without a kind of a corresponding move to that. So looks like they're kind of walking it up. I've got flow that goes 16, 19 for 7-8, and August gets into the 20s. So definitely like that
Uh,
setup.
it's almost like they're waiting for some policy. They're just staying a couple months out waiting for policy on all these because they're so far beat down. Any kind of good news should send these.
Yeah, yeah, and I've seen policy issues with EVs that are kind of vague. Projections about how long it's gonna take for them to replace all cars and
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I
that. But yeah, but
power
nothing.
grid needs to be replaced. Blah blah blah. I heard it.
Yeah, yeah,
I've seen all that. So this is a good example, real quick, on the weeklies. Definitely in this kind of downtrend where you get little pops. But if you look on the daily, we're starting to turn that in the other way. So you have this higher low off 12. If we get a higher low off 14 or 15, that's going to look real good. Um, so I'd expect maybe a good day or two and then some pullback, and this kind of up, pull back up, pull back up, pull back trend to continue on this. It won't be a direct move to 20 in my opinion from the TA side.
no, I'm with you. And when you're trading options on this, I mean, you're really looking for in this sector in particular. I look for like a flush in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and let it kind of settle down.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
good.
I usually have triggers on it, but it's one of those. I mean, you actually like if you look at it from Thursday, Friday. So Thursday it spiked to 15, which is a key number and options on it. That's like the put floor, and then it pulled back, and then it busted through that, and then we had this nice pre-market move, and then it flushed all the way back to 15, and so
Mm-hmm.
that to me it's a little bit of a different kind of trade than what I do with triggers usually, but that actually would be the put trigger, and the rejection of that bounce off 15 was a nice opportunity, and I expect us to keep getting that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Yes.
what I'm looking at. That trading around that 15 level, because when I say put trigger, it's just it doesn't care if it's a call or put. I mean the price action or whatever, but it's just a key level for
Yeah.
me, like a short term key level, and so that I just trade off of those. Um, and sometimes those put triggers are stubborn, and then it's an opportunity for calls. So yeah, so that's where I'm at on that one.
I like it. And this thing moves a dollar. I mean, its range on the day is usually a dollar plus. And that's what I trade is the range, right? That's what you look for. So it's a great setup in my opinion.
Yeah, and I honestly, when I started trading these Chargers months and months ago, I never thought we'd be back down at these prices. So just kind of reacclimated myself to it. You kind of knew that the spike to like $48 was a little much for this one, but
Sure.
but I kind of thought it'd be in the 20s.
Yeah. 988 was a little much.
Yeah, right.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll do that at the end.
All right, now my next one. I think we finally had taken this off, and I want to put it back. M.
M.
Yep.
Word. Back to 20 here.
So, yeah, and so this is what I'm looking for is for it to reclaim some of these levels I used to trade it around. So I have. Yeah. So basically, for me, if it can hold on to 20, that opens up a lot of doors to start to get back into a previous range. So that's where what I'm looking for is for it to, it had that big spike of almost 10%. So I want to see how it reacts to that. Pull back to 20 and defend it. I'm interested.
Yeah, it hit the roof on Friday. So Monday will let. This won't be. This is like one that's really not tradable Monday.
Yeah.
Unless it really chooses a direction out the gate, because it needs to figure 20 out for me. Yeah, it's
right.
It's a crapshoot Monday morning. It looks like to me. It really does.
Yes, and Macy's with bullish flow is prone to flush in the morning, which is one of the reasons I like trading it so much. But yeah, I mean, we do the hot list on Sunday, and some of the hot list stuff is, I'm looking at early in the week. Others are they're like research projects.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm going to study M, see what the new flow is, and
what's your bottom right now? What like if this flushed to like 1920 Monday morning, would you buy it?
Let me check the sold puts on it real quick. I looked at it earlier, but kind of forgot.
Because we just got this little U dip.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1950.
Yeah,
is the floor in options right now, and really strong at 20 as well. And this is for July 1st contracts.
Nice. Yeah.
So there isn't. What you did not get Friday was you did not get this end of day, piling in of ask side puts to immediately bring it back down. So if it could still flush, profit taking, whatever, but there wasn't like a strategic effort that I can see to just say, okay, this is topped out, let's pile in. I think they're a little more cautious that we're going to see some continuation.
It traded 50 million shares Friday. I don't know if that's it's pretty average, maybe a little above average. At the close, 19 million at the close. All buy.
Wow.
All buy. Yeah. Yeah, watch that one. I mean, I'd probably just bracket an alert on it. Like 2150, 20, see which way it goes.
Yeah, and if you do day trade options on it, they're so cheap that you don't really have to go with weeklies to have a good position. A decent number of contracts. Like you can go into next week and get them for like $40 each, pretty close to the money. So, good price point on that one too.
I used to just trade this like 21, 22 range, maybe even 23 range, and then just to 25, 26 at most, and just take that couple $100 on the shares because it was so consistent there for a while, for like the whole first of the year. It was just super consistent. And now it's kind of under that level, but
yeah, it was on my options watch list, for like 3 weeks in a row at one point, I think.
Yeah.
When it was doing that, yeah. Another one I'm gonna go back to, and I think as the room continues to evolve, you'll see this where our hot list cycles through the same stocks, over and over. Groupon.
Yeah, that's the point. Familiarity.
Yep. So I really liked how this moved the last round when we hit it, and I pulled it off the hot list at some of that consolidation, and then it was kind of dipping down, but the little recovery it's had with the market has me thinking that we're going to see a move on this to $20. And the flow setup, I got December contract at 25. That was the highest volume contract on Friday. And then the other ones are kind of walking it up, 17, 18 for 8.19. I've got nice open interest on 18 for 7.15. So got 10.21, 21C. So overall the highest volume contracts, about 90% are heavily bullish in their flow right now. So for that reason, I like this over the next week or so.
2336, 2324 are your two long-term volume profiles. It's just kind of stuck building support in the teens right now. It tried it in the 20s. It looked like it kind of failed. Now it's doing it in the teens again. So for like mid 14s, good ad spot. Catalyst will definitely push it to where you're talking. 100%.
So would you call this because the drop from 20 was so steep that are we in the gap right now?
No,
we're consolidating.
I call it underwater. It's no gap.
Okay.
Yeah. It's no gap on the chart. It's just you're under now, and that's instead of being strong support, it's strong resistance now.
Okay.
Like the 25 you're reading, that's the high water mark. With the right catalyst, anything's possible. This goes back to 30, sure, but under normal market conditions, this thing is not getting above 25.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean the contracts are for December, so they have some time.
It's not doing it this week. I'm just saying, like, in the best conditions, like life just gets back to normal and you don't even really hear about Groupon, nothing big, This thing's mid 20 stuff.
And even at 20, those December calls will go up like 50%. So
Groupon partners with DoorDash. This thing has a couple good weeks, gets through 25, then you can get back to that 30, 35 range. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. And, I mean, for me in trading, the crappy apps are my exception to what I normally say I like to trade, which is something tangible. But I just think there's just such a good opportunity.
Agree.
With a lot of these in terms of where they are.
Well, and they're kind of in a spot to be scooped up too. I mean, even if they have a shitty service, right? Like or whatever, someone could buy them out just for their behind the scenes stuff. Like the app itself, the email setup, the customer service, all that stuff, and pivot the company. If you look at Angie's List right now, they're kind of doing that within themselves. So yeah. No, I like these because they do have potential long term as almost like shell companies. That's the best.
Right, exactly, and they've absorbed a lot of bad news already with the way Apple changed their ad revenue and all that crap. So like a lot of that I think is the news there. I don't think could get worse. Really, it's not likely to. So so they've kind of already absorbed some hits there. All right, my next one is GoGo. This is one that in the old room just got I mean, I talked about it. It didn't get attention. But uh, I was on this back in March, and caught the big move, and then I kept a little bit of shares through $20. So that was a fun trade. But right now we're back down at 1638, and even though there is some downside potentially, I really like the flow to turn around here and kind of go with the market and possibly test those highs.
You got sold puts at like 14.
Yeah, 15.
15? Even better. No, okay, so you're kind of on a shelf here. You were, I think you said 38. It's 1631 volume profile. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, you got even if you only get half of this top, you'll still be back to 18 or 19.
Yeah, flow's exceptionally strong to 18 to 20. So that's a pretty high conviction move. And these have has monthly contracts, so we're looking at August and July for like 19, and then August for 20, 25, 30.
30, huh? Well, that puts it over the top. There's a nice uptrend on the weekly. This is a great chart, P.
Yeah. I've been waiting to get back in.
Well, just because what I mean by that, like people are looking at that like an up chart don't look great. Well, it pulls back and then gives this great. I mean, you're getting like $5-6 moves on a $10 stock, and then it pulls back and it does it again, and it's only been one day one time, or excuse me, 1 week one time. Usually it's multiple week move. Yeah, I like it. I like this a lot.
And they're a in-flight internet company where like you get on the plane and they try to charge you $20 for
oh yeah, no, definitely, yep.
Yeah.
I know.
So I bring that up because that airline connection gives it some potential with the flow I'm seeing in airlines overall, which I'll get to in a few minutes. All right, so then we're getting into some video games. Huya, Huyya.
Wait. Ooh, that's in Chinese video games. That's an ADR too. Let's go.
Yeah, and I don't hesitate with those. Okay, so what I have here is just overwhelming bullish flow to $10, leaps $8 in October, and this is acquisition flow to me. I don't know. It just kind of looks like there's some news kind of deal. But on the shorter term, I definitely think we'll see a test of $5 in the next week or so. Probably this week. Bust through that, I think it opens some things up.
It's real. It's all over the damn place. Three is definitely like the most recent low. It's trying to hold 4. 10 stands out, but on the way to 10, it's gonna hit 6, 8, maybe 9 too. Gonna have problems all there. It's not real. It's real choppy. It just looks like it hit some big stop losses on the way down. That's honestly what it looks like to me. I like it.
I really wish I would have picked up on the flow on it under 350 because I kind of prefer it. I prefer it down there, obviously, but.
I mean, this is kind of a good example of when something does start to go south. There is no end to it. There really can go all the way down, and this one is definitely took the brunt of it, but we are leveling off a little bit here. But this thing was $35. This thing was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been all downhill since then. So I get the acquisition shout. That makes total sense down here for sure. They're on sale. They're
Right.
so on sale. Um, yeah, so if you can figure out a way to
And that's the trend in video games, by the way, is for these smaller names just to get acquired. You know, it's happened like half a dozen times this year. So
I mean, if you can, I'm for me on this because I'm share side guy. I'm either trying to get this as close to 4 as possible, and then $3 is kind of my stop. Under $2.99, I was wrong, or I'm waiting and just buying threes and scaling in, and anytime I see three, not $3, just three, 360, 380, whatever it gives. That'd be the two angles I would play this.
and my angle is find a leap for $20
Okay.
and just buy a couple and wait it out.
I like it. I'm gonna do both because it sounds like those were cheap. How you said it.
Yeah, they are. And then my other video game play is, and we talked about this one late last week, Skills, SKLZ.
Yes, we did. I was actually watching that towards the end of the week. It was looking good.
So this is one that kind of seems like it has a little bit of a following when it gets going, like with I don't know, the social meme crowd or whatever. And $2 stands out. 150 puts stand out as well over the next couple weeks, and that really is where like a lot of the attention's going right now. I mean, there are some leaps out to 5 on it that are bullish, and but they're like 2024, which of course would be more than double what it's at now. So gonna try to trade this from around 150 to $2. That's my plan.
I like it. This was a Zach Morris pump.
Okay.
100%. So like the chart's kind of trashed. The 50 and the $20 level probably aren't happening. 5 does stand out though as a spot P. So I do like that, but I'm with you. I'm more playing the 10-20% range. I'm with you. I like $1.50 psych, $2 psych level play. That's a great spot. You could probably get 140s. But again, I'm just taking, the 15, 20 cents, maybe 30 cents on a good day and calling it a day trade.
Yeah. And I mean, and there's just if you get in at that entry and you've got your 15, 20%, there's no reason to hold it, because you'll probably could just trade that level again. And if not, oh well, it'll reconfirm at some higher price and you'll trade it again. So there's just no incentive for me to try to hold longer term on a stock like that. You get your move and you get out.
These July $2 or 5 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. If you're trying to learn options, what are we doing here?
Right.
This is where it's at. I'm serious. Like there's good volume too. I mean, you won't get stuck.
Yeah.
Even August is 17 cents. Yeah, I like this. I do like this. Yeah, nice. Just don't look too far back on the chart. This is like a 90-day chart for me. As far back as you really want to go.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so I am going to gently step back into oil, and I do think there's some potential for more downside for oil, but the mid caps just did not really catch any of the rally to end the week, and but there's a lot of buyers. So Tell, TELL.
Really? Okay.
So this is one of my like big success stories from early when I got into Twitter, the Twitter stock account. I called out Tell
Yeah. Yeah.
way back then, and so right now I'm looking at $3 to hold, and in terms of where the flow is taking it. Yeah, so we've got some $4 August activity, a lot of $3.50, a lot of in the money $3 calls in July. So just some potential to get a little bit of a bounce here. Oil could and probably will definitely decline some more, but I think we get a little relief this week
So
early on.
you mentioned this on Thursday, just in general conversation, and
Yeah.
and I took the message as we were gonna kind of continue the downtrend. But this totally fits my parameter of on our previous level here at 316. So that you call it, that's why it kind of sparked my attention, because I was going to put it on my list, but then I was like, oh, he already said oil needs another week. But this is
Well,
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think Friday changed my mind a little bit on that. I think the overall picture is still down.
Yeah.
But I think we just get a little bit of a bounce, and just want to keep an eye on it. And I mean, if this were to get back down to like in the 240s,
that's it. Yeah,
I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it at that point.
Yeah, for me. That's like even at 290 here down to like that 240, I can get in here no problem, and risk that easily, especially if we have our top line here was 727.
Yeah.
Even if we go to the last high, 556. So at sub 3, that's worth I get a 3-to-1 ratio, which is my minimum, real easy. with a move like that. So no, I like it. It's on the level, and that's usually what I look for over the weekend. But I thought we'd get one more week, but I'm ready to buy this. This is a good one. Like this should get, you could play it back to 350 in one day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely has a history of that.
Yeah, perfect. I love it.
Now, my other energy play, I think we do have one uranium stock on the hot list already, but I want to add UU.
Yep.
And just quick note about uranium overall. My optimism for it right now is based on what happened in futures with it really respecting $47 and curling back up, and that's easy. That's probably going to go to 50, 52, and then if it breaks 52, we're back into that mania on uranium. But I think we're definitely going to test that, so that's going to make for some good trades this week. And this is the best flow of those smaller ones. And CCJ is always on my radar for options, and I don't really need to even hot list that. But yeah, UU. If you're looking for something kind of low risk, is where I might go. Flow to $7 in August, and would not surprise me to hit that.
Yeah, we have 634 one line chart. Power moves off of that. It's definitely yeah, I'm with you. What you said.
Yeah, and uranium gets some bad news here and there with I don't know, like European energy policy is really confusing to me. That they're so dependent on Russia. Why they would then close nuclear plants while that's going on makes no sense at all to me. I don't know, but anyway, so that kind of is responsible for some of the drop there, but I definitely like the potential recovery here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's it for my new stuff.
Word. All right. Let me grab the top here. AA. We're on 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of dipped a little last week. Where are you with that?
I do. I want to keep it.
Okay.
And this has dropped further than I would have expected. But when I'm not in it, I don't. That's fine. I don't care. But what I want to see though is that some signs that the bleeding is going to stop, and I have sold puts at 45 as a very strong level. So we could definitely see a drop there, but I think it's going to respect that. And that honestly would probably be if we get one more drop to 45 and it holds that. That's where I'm going to probably enter a swing on this.
Your weekly chart has 2 dojis on it pretty much. It's holding that level well. I mean, that's 2 weeks of trading. It dipped to 45 last week, so that thesis all pans out for me. I love it.
Yeah.
57, 51, still line from the chart.
Yeah, we're now down at a level like we don't even need to catch that last monster move it had to get a really good trade out of it.
Yeah.
Just a little recovery will do it.
All right. AFRM.
Yeah. So, we have a couple of these on these high risk fintech kind of stocks, and I've talked over and over about how they really have these power moves when the market gets hot, and I think that's gonna continue. Look into test $30.
Okay.
And about 3 weeks.
Yeah, volume profile is 23. We had 24.50. So we're trending right towards it. I'd like to see what it does at the 25 range. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah, leaps out to 45. So, looking at the chart, kind of like as a novice here. If it does want to defend 30 or slightly under that kind of opens it up to try to get back into that
25,
that kind of move.
Yeah, like 25, 30. Yep. Yeah. So if it runs through 25 and even just test 30, that's a great sign.
Yeah.
That's if it rejects 25, like if it just starts to fall back to 20 on Monday and goes back into the teens, that's not what you want to see here. Again, this chart's real hard to read. It when it started to die, it just died. So the long-term volume profiles are in the mid-20s. So why flipping 25 is important to me.
Yeah.
AI.
Let's see.
Do we put these things on the list at the perfect time or what?
Yeah. Yeah. So I like AI. It has some decent momentum in the flow, and kind of looks like it does on the chart too. Let's see here. So I've got 25 August, 2250 August, a lot of 20 for July 15th. So with these monthly contracts, it's not surprising they go a little further out.
I like it.
But definitely like the potential there.
I know this one well. I played it for a while, and it definitely moves with the market. It goes. I mean, if everything's gloom and doom, it doesn't have a good day. if we're having a decent day overall, it has a great day. It's very weird. When it gets close to 15, it usually, if it's like a flat day, it will have an uptrend. Like it'll be in an uptrend. If it gets closer to 20, it will be in a downtrend on the flat day. So, but it's real easy to play in this range. Um, Probably for the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, and I think that the room we're starting to get enough experience in a bear market environment to see how quick these rallies can happen, and that they can run for several days. So it really, you miss out on a lot if you just go like perma bear,
Yeah.
and just so that's why like these levels we talk about are so important, because whenever the whole market's just a disaster, you're looking for the stocks to start to hit those levels, and then we can get another nice bounce off of them. Um, so I bring that up to say, when this rally peters out, if it does, and we go back down, just keep in mind recent history, and you'll that's where you'll get your 10-15% days on it.
Your easy days too. I think those are the easiest days
Yeah.
to trade. AMC.
Oh, yeah.
God, that's such an old chart.
Yeah, I do like AMC. I just be mindful of dip back to, well, the strike's 11. I don't think it'll fall to 11 probably, but could definitely go back down there. But yeah, no, I still like AMC. Looking for another push to 14, 15.
Like it's 11:55p.
Nice.
It's been there for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
AMRS. That's already
Yeah.
a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope everyone has seen what these small cap chemicals can do.
Yeah.
Love these.
Baba. I know that's almost like a teaching tool for you right now, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna take it off the list,
Okay.
but it'll show up in my notes, and you should just kind of know by now if Baba gives you really under 105, set an alert, because it's going to go back up.
I love it. Bros flow for sure, because we are out of the box now. We just traded this 30 to 34 box, and now we're at 37.
Yeah, let me give a quick check on that.
We have 47.50 on the larger time frames. 47 or 50. Coffee in general.
So yeah, I've got this. They're kind of sold calls. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Let's take it off. What do you think about the other coffees? They're all different situations. That's the problem with them, in my opinion. Oops. Starbucks is kind of beat down, trending up.
Yeah.
BlackRock is underwater, being left for dead at like 7. But it could keep going down.
The story with BlackRock is sold puts at 750. So that's to me the beginning of something, but it's not ready quite yet.
Okay, so we're just gonna hold off on, and then Starbucks. I don't know what Pac was doing on Friday, but we've been talking about it for a while. I got 78.9 and then 89.2. So 78 and 80 and 90.
Yeah, the whales have been going in pretty heavy on Starbucks. Huge volume on 82C for this week.
That gets us back in the channel. I mean,
yeah.
We don't need it. If it's A+, we'll do it. If not, nah. You can always add it.
Upon
further review.
It'll end up in my sector notes and stuff.
Okay,
so.
Let's just do that. We got 50 anyways, right?
Yeah.
Can, top of the level, another one. 350 was the top, 280 was the bottom.
Let's see. All right, so I'll take it off. I'll give it a breather.
Perfect.
There's nothing A plus in the flow right now.
I prefer when it hits the top of my channel that it goes back to the bottom of my channel. That's what I prefer. I mean, that's
That's easier than in like a completely new setup at a higher level for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. CDE.
Let's
Been consolidating for like 2 weeks here. Low threes.
Yeah.
Mid to low threes. Not a bad spot on that. Volume profile's 4.5, 5.
I got 4C, 715, 5C, 819. So yeah, I want to keep it just because it's
I got you.
the thesis is still intact on that move to 4.
Yeah, it looks good from here. CENN. That's my guy. Didn't we have news on this? Wasn't there an offering? I think there was something Friday. This one sell off. I swear to God, this one not sold off Friday. Yeah, this one sold off Friday.
Oh yeah.
Why did this? I swore it. I'm not seeing the news here.
And Matt was the one with the offering.
Okay, that's it. Yep, you're right. So, they'll pull it. We have 50.
All right.
CENX. You don't have a choice here.
Yeah.
It's now in my ballpark of an oversold chart that's just confirmed itself.
Yeah. That was a hell of a bounce too.
Yeah, I did not like 7. That was hot lava. You got anything to say on that real quick? Aluminum.
So yeah, like Cenex just did not really expect this breakdown that we saw. Long term, I still really like it. In terms of aluminum futures, I put a note in about that earlier that looking for kind of the bleeding to stop. 204 was my floor on aluminum futures, and it's 209 right now. So I think it'll probably get a pretty decent bounce off of that level.
Well, volume profile on the 3-year is 707, and that puts you back at 2019 prices on the from the chart. But that 12 stands out. Even if we got the 16 wrong as the upper level, the 12 really stands out on the chart, which is where it traded most of 2020.
Yeah.
And the spike was absurd from there. But I like this a lot because the 7. I mean, there's a lot of support under 7 and at 7. Yeah, I mean that's a $5 move or what, 70%.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Chegg. Just a slow burner here right now. 18's our line. 30 is your volume profile numbers after that drop. Call the PR guy.
So I think, yeah. Well, I know that. I mean, I think the company has some promise, just in terms of things.
Yeah, no,
coming out pretty soon, as they sort of pivoted off of textbooks and into course materials stuff. So yeah, at $25 is still what I'm looking for on this. Probably into the fall, like September, October. That's the contract.
We traded this at 30 forever, so or low, mid to upper 20s to low to mid 30s forever. So I like this. Familiarity is great here.
Yeah.
Clove.
All right.
I'm almost halfway back
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah. I think in the flow, there's definitely some activity at $3
Yep,
a couple months out.
I love it.
So yeah, I like flow.
I'm about halfway back on Clove right now. On my
Oh, in terms of your overall like
yeah,
your history on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about halfway back. It gives you dimes and 15 cents all the time.
Yeah, I have a few that are on that list for me. CRP BP, I got it all back on like one day, but I'll never touch that one again.
I don't think I can get that back because I hit that like 9 to flipping $4 drop or whatever it was. It was stupid on the because I was playing bio for the FDA news, like the report to come out,
Yeah,
and it went the wrong way.
and that was honestly one of the things I learned early in trading with these bios is that some of the bag holders in it, they're so adamant that this company has some just life changing thing that's going to happen, that's going to save their position, and which is so much hopium when people get underwater on those.
Yeah, the risk ain't worth it. That's for sure. Comms. I miss this one to tell you the truth. What is this?
Yeah. So $8.
And it's defending six
August.
and a quarter real well. Keep it?
Yep.
Okay. I need to pay attention to that one, especially if it dips. Yeah, that's a real quick. That's something I do. Like if I don't want to put a lot of time in this one, I'm gonna be honest right here. I'm not putting a lot of time in comms, but I will set a $6 alert. That's just how it is. I mean, how hard is that? If it gives me that opportunity, I mean, I'll take 50 cents to 60 cents out of this and get that 10% on just a dip buy. Yeah. So
Was there volume on Friday above average?
they had an end of the day. Yeah, it was flipping 712%.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a pretty fat bar on TradingView on that.
Yeah, and they had that $12 million candle at the end. Someone's buying. It's crazy. DNA. We got 3 last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to keep it. I think
Do you
it's a good one to
see
learn.
the walk up? Because if not, this will probably won't be tradable next week. It probably will pull back, like to 260, right? It's going to touch 260
Right.
before it's going to break through 3. Especially how it reacted on Friday. It was kind of trying to. So, but yeah, I like it.
So
Yeah.
the 916 5C is a contract that I have my eyes on, that I want to buy for $10.
Ooh, hold on, let me write this shit down. Sorry. DNA 916, $5.
Yep.
Load boat. That means 10 contracts. I'm not even asking about this next one.
Yeah, it's staying.
Yeah, that is that not in the trophy case yet?
Oh yeah, we should probably put it there. I have
Yeah.
I do mine by sector, and I like having the 2 chemicals up at the top. But yeah,
Another one. P was like, he basically said this was going to happen Sunday, and it went right back to 14. So the overall thesis, I'm assuming, is still here on the donut.
yes, yeah. It's I think I just said patience will get you paid on this one. So
Yeah, since I don't know how many people use this as a resource, but I re-listened to this because I have to do it, so I don't catch it all, right? So I re-listen to the just I don't really watch it, but I just listen to it, when I'm in the yard or something, and I can at this point in time I've done it enough. I kind of know which ones you're more confident about, and you
Yeah.
you 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 called this one like you straight called this one last week, so kudos to you on that because you're like, yeah, we'll be back there. Don't worry about that. Dow.
Yeah, finally a little relief on this. Man, I don't know that I'd call this a hot list play
Okay,
right now.
that's fine. Again,
Yeah.
we have 50, so I'm not worried about it. This is a great dividend stock if you are a guy with a little bit of money trying to tuck it away. DCA in here, um, not a bad spot, especially I think low 50s. If you can get some 40s, you're doing real good.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, silver EXK, our one silver play, eating up our 350 line.
Yes. So I like gold and silver to get started on the next big overall market pullback. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. And in terms of flow on this one, yeah, I mean mostly it's there's a lot of leaps up to $5.
I was gonna say 4 or 5. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like this one because it has the best support
Yeah.
in the silver side. And gold, we have a plethora of gold plays.
Right.
Frey.
Yeah, kind of just parked down here for a bit.
Yep.
Let me see. Which can be good. I mean, consolidation is not bad. All right, so I'll take it. I'm gonna take it off for now.
Okay.
But
This is gonna be the one right here that probably goes this week, just for you guys that are
Yeah.
follow the ones we take
Yeah.
off the hot list that run. This is probably the number one candidate. Just because it is like he just said, it's consolidating down here. Can't really get a read on it, but it has that range. It'll probably just pop back right up to our level. That's what happens.
Yeah, it'll get if it gets a big push in the flow, it'll happen fast, and yeah, you'll see it up.
You'll see it in notes, but
yeah.
Shout out again to P. FSR called the bottom
Yeah.
on this. Good job, dude. You called the bottom on this perfectly. You're bouncing off 950 right now, kind of.
Yeah, I see some continuation to $10, and yeah, 715 10C is the contract I like. It's about $44. And then this is one of those where every day you see leaps that are just a little crazy, like at 22 bucks.
Yep. I like this.
So
I like it a lot, but it's volatile. You can see the candles.
Yeah.
On the hour chart, it definitely moves. You want to keep it on the flow side? Is it still good, or our option side is it still valuable?
Yeah. I want 10, so
okay.
I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Fubo, $3.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The clock's next to that one for a reason. I think this one gets greasy this week. HYMC.
Oh yeah. So
it's been back in the chat rooms.
Yeah, I love that chart, man. That's so good. But yeah, just know it's a different kind of gold stock. It moves in ways that gold stocks don't usually.
Yeah.
So, kind of know what you're doing there. But yeah, I like it right around here. I don't think we're going to go down to $1 or anything like that. 120.
Yep.
Maybe.
I'm with you. IMAX. Reclaimed trend line. Headed back to 17, it looks like here.
Yeah. So this nice move Friday. Got more in mind. $18 is where the shorter term flow is, and then leaps up to 20.
I like it. Nigeria.
And,
We're back in the back in the channel again. I like it.
I got $10
Sweet.
for the fall.
Yep. Kodak.
Yeah, a little pullback here.
Finally had a red day.
Right. I think that's kind of an opportunity. I like the contracts at $6 and $7 in August.
523 was the bottom both days. That's a number I'd watch come Monday morning on this. 523. I like this stock. This stock pays. And again, this is another one that goes with the market a little bit. So it wants to, for me on the TA side, it wants to make a move to the north. Market conditions just aren't letting it get up to the $7 level right now. But that's where it really wants to go, in my opinion. Another you don't have a choice. Cold.
Yes, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People should know. Lemonade.
Yeah.
So firm in 20 now.
I just can't say enough about how great this one is to trade.
I agree.
And so I think we're gonna see that test to 22.
Okay, good.
And then you just wait for it to pull back again and rinse, repeat.
Yeah, mine say I got 16 to 20. It's sometimes you just got to keep it simple to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
This is one of them. And I think we talked about that Thursday in voice about it being that kind of a play. Lumen. Isn't that Lumen? L-U-M-N?
Yeah, L-U. Yep. So this is one that kind of consistently dominates the flow in communication services, and whales very much want to see this back at $13 in August.
L-U-M-N. Keep it on there for sure. Matt. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah. Oh man. So
what was
this is one of those, like I traded this early in the week, and I didn't diamond hand. Fortunately, I just took my little percentage and got out. But so I don't kind of know what to do with this right now. There are a lot of buyers for 2C out months from now. Let me get the exact date for you.
The offering was $1.35, so I mean that's in play. We're under. We're
run
under
back
that.
to that.
Yeah, we're under that. I had 142 to 155. I only had one trade on this last week because I sell off the 155, so I think I got out at 60, 65, somewhere in there. 30 40 cent trade. I don't even ride this to the top because moves can be quick down. That was ridiculous, though. That was completely ridiculous.
I mean, the whale sentiment is that it's oversold. So,
sure.
150C for 715 is $8. We go a couple weeks out, like 819. That probably that's what I like. The 819 150C, $14, and that's probably what I'm going to go ahead and buy.
Shorts piled in a little bit on that too.
Yeah.
like I got your normal candles, 300-400K, and I got 1.5 mil short.
Is this one the one that used to be Torch, and the
Yeah.
pumpers used to hit
Yep.
this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
EJ Matlock.
I don't think it was Torch. I think they combined two tickers, and one of them was Torch. I think that's what happened.
Gotcha.
But yes, no, 100%. Again, $1.35 is the offering, so I'm just going to use that number, and then dollar ads, right? Hope that dollar level psych holds, which I don't see why it wouldn't. It did on the May ER dip, so
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, let's keep this guy then. Hopefully, no one got caught in that mess.
Yeah. I don't think anyone.
I don't see. Yeah, I gave 155. Like, if you're entering above that, I don't know. All right, Momo on 5.
Yeah, Story in the Flows. Still pretty bullish on it. Kind of weird. The highest volume is for like 2024 leaps to 1938, 2138. And again, it's got those weird strikes. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. We have so many.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna, in my opinion, P. This is gonna it's gonna sit here, consolidate at 5, and then one day it's gonna move $6, 5.80 one day. It'll be one of them.
You want to keep it?
How strong is your 6?
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing. Like, I'm not seeing, like, five is very strong. So yeah, that'd be in the money at this point. And then the flow just kind of jumped way up to these leaps, which a 2024 leap is interesting, but not an indication.
It's a lotto. Yeah, it's just a lotto.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no on there hasn't been the best volume the last 2 weeks. So
Okay.
let's just and we have plenty. It's not really AA plus, unless the flow comes in. Invis.
All right.
Got him. This is probably one of the best tag team plays on the market.
Yes.
This is like me and Peephole and Wait together all the way up the hill. Same time, because normally our shit doesn't come in at the same time. That's one thing. Like, if we need to get better at anything, it's figuring that out, like how to handle early flow, early TA.
Right, and we were kind of like shuffling around with different LiDAR stocks and trying to find like the one, and we sort of settled on this one, and that paid off. Let me see what the story is here.
I like that other LiDAR stock now too. I think it's on my list.
Laser, yeah. All right, so 450 is pretty strong on my end. But I don't know. I don't want to enter it here. I want to see it pull back a bit.
We have that 550 from the last time we played it as our high, so that would be my target for like continuation. But I'm with you. We're probably in a bad entry.
Yeah, 7.1, $5. Did have some buyers. That's a little too close in terms of expiration for me, because you can just go out to 7.15 for $20. But yeah, I'm a little hesitant to enter at this price.
All right, let's set a good example for the room, and take our money when it was offered. Right, this is a great trade. We called this on 2 green weekly bars. It's moved $1, which is 30%. Let's just take our money and call it good here. Ooh, another one of them candidates maybe too. Neo. We just get lucky.
Yeah.
Golly, this thing is a beast. From when we put this on the list,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, let me see.
I'm dead center right
here.
now.
Is
I
it?
have
Is it okay, so it's not. It's not at. What's your like
18 and then
closest
18 and then
resistance?
32.
32. Okay.
Yeah, 18 and 32. Yeah, I'll accept 30. But it usually gives more than 30, so I got. But that number,
Yeah. So I'm not seeing flow pushing the upper 20s just yet. I do see like 7-1-25. See, um, they're not aggressive to 30 yet.
so I bet we pull back then.
Yeah.
Just even at 22, 21, which that would be a
Right.
strong spot. Let's kill it. Let's kill it. We can come back again. Take the
Yep.
money off the table. Neo, play. It came off
Yeah.
33 Friday finally.
$40.
Yeah,
August.
love it. Your back's got to be getting sore, bud. Another pad on it. PLTR. PLTR. I was with you, but man, you took the ball and ran with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I had this on my options watch list too.
yeah, no, you were
So
killing
let's
it.
see here.
I see it. Trust me, I see it. I have notifications on. um, I got 1040 and then 764p. So you're at the top of the channel here for me. You kind of hit it. Not really, but
Yeah. I'm
kinda hit
gonna take it. I'm gonna take it off just because I'm not seeing a little bit of volume on 13 for but it's late August, so they could just scale in on that. So yeah, I'm looking for a pullback.
I don't know if it was this last weekend's chat or one of the midweek's voice, but it was definitely over a week ago where you basically said, just play this, scale in, it's gonna make a move to 10, and just let it happen, and here we are.
Yeah.
So again, just another fire way to take the ball and run with that one, man. Piton. You had a good Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday.
So every day I would just say every time it was under $10, I was like, this is stupid. This is so dumb. Like, so yeah, I'm definitely wanting to keep Piton 13 and 15 in August is kind of what I see. Could very well cool off a little. It's not going to just, it's going to go with the market. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get under 10 again, but if I get like 10.50, I'll probably buy it again.
Yeah, and I have 13 on the TA side. That's pretty much why we stay on there when we get stuff that lines up good. We like to have that. Also have 23 on the chart, but 20 is probably more important at this point in time.
Yeah.
Rad. God, the best strategy on the market. I swear to God. Just read the ER report. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
That's it. We were on this at 5. I have 919 is kind of the kind of key area. We're back there after 1, 2. I'm gonna call it 5 decent weeks.
Yeah. So flow wise, $15 in leaps on it, and shorter term, I'm not seeing like the walk up that I want right now, but I definitely like it to get back above 10. I'm just not. I think we might just pull back a bit. But But I'm honestly inclined to keep it though, because I just think we're going to be able to keep coming back to this.
I agree with that. Last part, also kind of agree with the pullback. I have 1378 volume P, so that kind of lines up with your 15. I'm not familiar with this stock. Let's go this way with it. So I don't know whether this will pull back or just power through 10. So you're kind of in a, if it does fail this 9 or 10, you can go back to 7, and that's a pretty significant dip.
Yeah,
almost better letting that happen or waiting for 10 to confirm and just playing 10 to 13, which is still a 30% trade.
Yeah, absolutely. So my strategy with this one, because I've actually been, the first time I ever traded this was back in April 2021, where it tended to fall on earnings, and then I would just do a swing, and I did that like 3 times. But that was at higher prices, so I'm not sure how it's going to react down here, but it'll give us opportunities, and I don't think it's going to crash all the way back down. So
No,
we'll just look for the pullback.
Took my dollar out of that one. Tell you that. Roblox.
Yeah, we should keep Roblox.
Okay.
And
18.
I got $40.
What about 18? Sorry.
18.
$18. Sorry.
You think it's gonna fall to $18?
That wasn't me, boss. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, we still. I where I'm at right now. We had the 28 line, and then I have 40, kind of middle of the zone. So this is where I just defer to flow on what to do.
Yeah, it's a stock right now that's experiencing some major FOMO from people. So I don't want to buy it right now, but I'm looking option floor of $32, and
Okay.
if I could get pull back there, I'll be really interested.
32 is your volume profile on larger time frames.
Nice.
Root.
Yeah, I'm probably never taking Root off.
Okay.
Got a drop, and still lines up for $2 in the fall. So
I finally got a trade off of this.
nice.
I was pretty pumped with it too. It moved. It moved efficiently, which I like. Run. Solar time.
Yeah, I've been on solar for a while, and this one I'm looking for a test of $30, probably next week.
I like it on the TA side. It's really nice. Oops, let me go back there. I have volume profile is 23s, and then 33 is our top line. So that's pretty much what you're saying. I love it. Sand.
Yeah. Okay. So this is in a good spot to kind of, it's always kind of hard to tell with the strikes, but so the strikes say 7, but I think realistically like 675 or something like that, 680 maybe. But yeah,
above 650, it needs to get back in that channel.
Yeah.
If not, this could have some issues. You want to keep it? Yeah.
I do, and
okay.
I think any issues it has will be overcome depending on gold prices. So
love it.
It's all just locked into that.
If you find the one that gets oversold in advance, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Stitch Fix. We got this.
Yeah, I like this one, and I'm just like kicking myself for not taking more of these opportunities. So yeah, okay. So Stitch Fix is has some really nice flow to 7 and 9 on the longer in the fall. So 7 like late July, August.
I love the consolidation after the ER drop. I love it. It kind of has tradable range on the day, but um,
Yeah, I think that consolidation for a stock like this is very important after a drop like that because
yes.
it could just keep going. There's like you say, there's no hard fast rule that it won't just drop to $3 or something. So like it definitely
real,
like to see that.
real quick, because I think a lot of just like basic stuff people miss. So consolidation. Well, what's consolidation? Well, it's basically people aren't. Well, they see this stock at $6 and they are willing to buy it for a long period of time. They buy it at $6. It's the new market value. So not only does that put buyers in there at that level, it puts more eyes. More people are worried about it. More people are monitoring the trade because they found value in the stock at this level. So consolidation just sounds like, well, the chart's going sideways. No, it's usually a very good thing, especially when things are not only underwater, but they don't have a level of support. So there's interested people in this thing in the last 2 weeks, or this would be $5. It would just continue.
Yeah.
It would continue down. But so no, I like it. Snap.
Yeah. So I am probably going to take it off, but still going to be on it. If that makes sense.
Yep. Nope.
I basically it was like that under, when it was under 14. I was just kind of like, this is not gonna stay there very long, and just sort of like I was like, it'll just do these oversized moves with the market. Is that kind of deal? But I'm not seeing like, I mean, the flow is decent, but I got what I was looking for hot list wise, if that makes sense.
Love it. Tupperware. I love this stock.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, I think you're going to start to see more and more eyes on this, and whales have been quietly loading more and more. Let me give you some numbers here.
This is where I cheat because I already got my move, but if Professor's gonna give me more, I'm taking it. I'll believe any number you say to 13. Mid candle, guys. Mid candle for use. Follow at home here. I'll put it right here for you. Mid candle, 13. That's all I'm calling. Nothing special. It's just dirty TA. Anyone can do it. Ten will probably come first, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'd assume.
All right, are we still there?
Oh yeah. I thought you were looking up strike price. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So it was $10 leaps.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just
it was for 2023 January.
Oh, so they're way out though, huh? So we might get pulled back.
Yeah,
here. We might get pulled back here, but this is, I think,
we might. But the thing is, this 8C for 715 and 819 are pretty promising too. So yeah, I mean, we definitely could pull back. It won't be just straight back up, but yeah, I think it'll start to work its way towards 10.
I think this will be around for a minute.
Yeah.
UEC, the other uranium.
Yeah,
kind
You
of
know,
a pick one scenario.
yeah, don't talk me into that. That's easy. Upstart.
Yes, I'm going to keep Upstart, and
Yep, I like it.
looking for like 46 to 50.
I like it. It came perfectly off that 32 too, which you love to see. Lots of range here. View.
Window stock. Let me see. Yeah, this is one of those.
Move like
I'm
30%
gonna
up
take it
for
off.
you.
15% down on Friday.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it
it kind of
moved
makes
30 for
hindsight. It makes sense with the whole housing situation, I guess. I know that whole sector's kind of suffering.
Yeah, but you
Uh,
this thing opened Monday at like 178 and hit 220 on Thursday. That's a 50-cent move.
yeah, no, I know. I'm kind of uncertain from here though.
Yeah, I'm saying it was a great trade. It gave a great trade. If you
Yeah,
were on this last week, it gave you a great trade. If you diamond handed it through it, you ended up flat.
right. I had $100 in it,
Oh, nice.
and I took my lunch money,
I
so
like
I
it.
was happy with that. Yeah.
I like
So
it.
I'll take it off. Yeah.
Perfect. Weber.
What a dud this was, right?
Yeah, I know. I love shitty stocks I find.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like we were on it when nobody was, but there's
Yeah.
a decent chance here that the FOMO buyers might carry this, and I think the whales are betting on that. So let me see. Oops. All right. So yeah, there's some bearish flow coming in, I guess. But I just don't think it's done. So I just want to see what happens down here under 10. Because we could
Your call. Your call.
let's keep it. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep it.
WWR.
Just be careful. Be careful buying right here.
Oh,
I'd wait a bit.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's got short possibility too, but I don't know how thick they are in it. WWR. We definitely got what we talked about from last week, like what it's going to do. You're going to get 10, 11, 12-cent moves on this thing, but that's 10% because it's a dollar stock.
Yeah. Yeah. The strikes are tricky on the cheap stuff sometimes. But let me see what I got. So yeah, leaps to 250 2023. Leaps to $5 2024, and not a ton of volume otherwise.
Yeah, this is one that's kind of like the teaching aid, right? Like that you can get a decent percentage off these small ones if you get them in a good spot, which we've had 2 good weeks out of it. It's not A+ in my opinion until it gets back to the 1.0s.
Yeah.
But we put it on the radar, so
Yeah, I'll take it off the list.
yeah, perfect. X.
Really like X under 20, just as a longer term trade.
Let's keep it then. I'm with you. 1830 to 22.9 is my ad box. When we get above that 23, it's definitely got potential. 24.
Yeah, this is one of those just absolute monster last time back in February. But yeah, looking for steel to start to recover. It's that sector as a whole has just really taken a beating.
Let's keep those. I don't even look at those. All right, let's get into what I got going here. Where are you at on Mullen? Back and forth with this goddamn thing.
Let's see.
It's picking up again, it seems.
Yeah, so it has a lot of volume exceeding open interest on a couple of these contracts. One contract that's really interesting to me is 250C 1021, $40. So if you play options on it, you can do the weeklies. I think shares on the shorter term is kind of better for me in my comfort zone. But yeah, so I like it. This 150 level is looking pretty strong on sold puts.
Okay.
So
yeah,
they might
yeah,
try to
let's-
do
let's
something
do
off
it.
that.
Let's do it. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, I just think we're gonna get another round. 220 is kind of my line on the chart, and buck 50 to 2 is fine with me.
And it's the stock's got this built-in audience,
Yes,
which is what you want. So yeah,
especially in the summer.
yeah.
GGPI. So butthurt. I'm an idiot. Seriously.
What's their new ticker signal?
Sorry. PSNY.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that not changed on here? Hold on. PSNY. Is that on here? Yes, there we go.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick recovery. All right, so the flow here.
We got 30% range, which I didn't anticipate it having such good playable range.
Yeah. So 15C, 20C for August. So
I think this is gonna do like the Rivian, right? Like Rivian came out at like $80, right? But it went to 170. It went to 170. Rivian's like
right.
what, 30 right now? 27?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we're in the same boat here. I think this is gonna have a move within a month or two of it being on the market, but it's coming back. I don't know if
Right.
15 or 20 is where it's gonna land, but that's probably where it'll land. So for me, you're gonna see this before I do, or we're gonna wake up and there's just gonna be news on the table.
Right. Yeah. The with the flow, I have to combine the old GGPI flow with the new PSNY
Yeah,
flow.
like pain in the ass.
Like volume exceeds open interest on every contract because there was no open interest because of the ticker change. So I got to go back and kind of piece it together. But yeah, I like it. You just got to be fast trading this, and I think we'll see a lot of interest in it continue.
Why the hell do I have? I don't even know what this is. Let me pull it up real quick. ASPN. Let me make sure they have options too. Nah, that's a $2 one. Where did I get this stock from? What am I doing here? Charts. Let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna put that in collabs because it has 250 strike prices, but it has like $15 range. Where are you on the continuation for the cruise lines plays?
Oh, let me.
Best strategy on the market. Their reports were not bad. Both of them, or both. It pushed both of them.
All right, so CCL. Let's see. $12C71. There's quite a few buyers, and yeah, I'm gonna have to see. Like a lot of the activity was on weeklies that I think they rolled to next week.
Okay.
So I want to see what what the flow hits on there. But yeah, I like these. I've been waiting for the cruise lines to get going. I mean, I didn't anticipate the drop through June here, but a sustained uptrend in cruise lines has been an idea of mine for a while. So we might be hitting that.
Yeah, we have 12 on CLL Carnival. We have CCL. We have 12 and 20, and I haven't charted the other one yet.
Norwegian.
No, CUK.
Oh, CUK.
And they're
Oh,
they're,
that.
they're
Yeah.
both in similar spots. Oh, why is that both Carnival? I didn't notice that till now.
Yeah, it's like Space and Vorb. They got two stocks for some reason.
Oh, that's interesting. What's Norwegian? NGN?
And that's N. Let's see. NCLH.
Oh yeah, it's that weird one.
Yeah, they moved 15% Friday.
Yeah, and that's pure sympathy. I have 15 on them. I like the other one better for sure. All right, yeah, let's hold off on that. McCormick. I think they have ER this week. I think that's why I got them in here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Way underneath
Yeah,
our
so
channel.
right. I expect the earnings to be pretty good, and we'll see kind of how it reacts. But this can definitely hit a sustained uptrend. So yes, I like it.
I'll put it in there.
I like it under 90 for a move to 95.
Perfect. 93, 51, 103 was our channel. I like these plays. Dow mentioned because they are not going anywhere.
Everybody's Spice Rack has some of this stuff in it.
And these guys are doing decent in bad market conditions. I know, like maybe like last year they acquired that Cholula hot sauce and stuff, and but yeah,
and I mean market conditions just kind of came for everybody in consumer defensive. So nothing inherently about this company brought them down this much.
Exactly. BBIG.
So they finally got their news everyone was waiting on, right?
Yeah, it's 29th. 29th, so it's this week. Yeah, that's kind of why I like it off the $2 level.
Yeah, it's pretty much all bullish in the flow, even up to $3 for weeklies.
I think we get a move, and then you're going to get that reverse action at some point in time. But I think this will, from a $2 level, we're going to get 250 to 3. That's what I see.
Yeah, I like it to $3.
Let's put it on there for fun this week. CLSK. I think these are like Bitcoin. Yeah, this is a Bitcoin play. It's 252. You might not be able to get too much on that.
Yeah, flow on this is not real.
All right, next, Datadog. I think we're on level. We're tapping 107, which is the bottom of our channel to 160.
Flow says we're gonna pull back a bit, but
okay.
that actually was not a bad thing. I think.
Yeah, no, it's either rip to 140 from here, or let me go back to 80, 85.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Express.
Secret meme.
Yes. We're on my line though. We're on the lower level here. 315 would be next up, so I'm looking for threes from you.
$7.15 3C. had a lot of buyers.
Good
It's a
stuff.
$5 contract. Crazy.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it does. I mean, especially seeing 4 and 5 in October.
Market conditions and the memes get running. This does a little better. Market's bad. Just don't even look at this thing. This is not the against the grain stock by any means.
Yeah.
Mo. Kind of talked a little
Yes.
bit about this before.
Yeah, I think we should hot list Mo.
With it. MQ.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. You want to add something? Go for it. No, add something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's on Mo. It's you get a sense of the pace of what whales are thinking, because it's really sold puts at 42 just dominates all the expiration dates. So they're setting up a floor on it.
I'm a Pope professor here. This is going back to 50. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get some leaps on this to 50, I think that's probably a good way to go on that side. Now, I don't know much about that, but
So I saw the appeals court put a hold on the Juul ban.
Well, the ban's worked into the stock price.
Yeah.
Like, so they can't double ban it. You can't triple stamp
Right.
it.
Right.
So, like, it's not going any lower. They can remove the ban or say, no, we got the information wrong. That's possible. That's definitely possible at this point in time. So that move is more substantial to the upside than another. Like, you can't. Are they going to get sued? Like, all of a sudden, right? Like, we banned it and we're going to do a federal lawsuit against you or something? I just don't see that happening. So
I did see all the on the people on Twitter like stockpiling Juul for, I guess, black market sales.
Yeah. Yeah, that last earnings report's going to be good with Juul on the books. That's for sure. Clear out all your product. That's great.
Right.
MQ. Just eating this $10 level. That's all I see. I have 17 as kind of the next spot up. Would be happy with 15s.
All right, so I've got at 12 or 12. I'm sorry, 12.50 for 7.15, and 17.50 leaps for December. Other than that, a lot of activity at 10 and 11 for 7.15. So they want the stock. I think they'll probably exercise those if we get moving.
Do you see this as staying above 10? That's the question from your side, like from what you're reading.
Well, from what I'm reading, it's going to go to 12.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Then my thing would be if 9s are offered again, add them. That would be the perfect spot.
On the option side, 10 to 12 is that'd be a nice move anyway. So you can day trade options on it. Catch the momentum.
Shout out to Toon there. It's a great find. PL. This probably don't have options. They're 250. Yeah, it's a space stock. Keep your eye on this. I might just have this wrote down so I can tell you about it. This thing is fucking great.
Oh yeah. I almost put a space stock on this week.
They're all decent. They're all pretty much in a good spot.
Yeah.
They're all in a good spot with no support. Let me say it that way.
Right.
I'll move on from this one. Just put this on your space list, P. This and that LLAP is another one. Here, I'll pull the chart up for you real quick. And I don't know. Yeah, this is another one. I had 380, but this thing just moves nice. All products. That one had
22%. Wow.
That one has better flow because it has dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave Thursday back Friday. That's all. Now, if you look on like the weekly, it just kind of comes off that $4 level so well.
Oh yeah, nice.
Party City. Maybe late to the party here, but seeing what you got.
Oh yeah. Let's see here.
Mid candle be 250. From our helium, wasn't helium shortage news?
Yes. Yeah, so I've got 715 2C. Had a lot of buyers on Friday.
Enough for a list. We got a gap. We got a gap as big as the Grand Canyon. If it just got going
yeah,
on.
we'll list it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Rig. What a great trend line bounce. When did we do that trend line? Like in March?
Yeah, I think so.
Still using it. Let's go.
All right, so rig 722 4C is the contract that stands out to me. And then 350 715.
And that's kind of where we are.
Not a lot. There is 819 450. There aren't a lot of contracts pushing past 4. So that's sort of where we're at, I think. But I think it'll definitely test 4. 450 makes sense chart wise, I guess. But
Yeah, 438 for sure. A plus or no?
Yeah, let's add it. So then we'll have 2 energy plays then. That'll be good.
Oh, I got 3 more coming at you.
Oh, good. All right.
They're all solar. They're all the solar charts though. SD. You're on 1680 or 1608. Sorry.
Charts.
Volume profile still 12, so it does have a lower level, but this is where I think this is where you caught it at, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe under this move, and it came through this.
Yeah. All right, so I have 819 2250. That is a whale betting on an oil reversal for sure. Flow's still a little bearish overall though. 1250, 1021, 1250 P is a bearish contract.
Yeah, that 12, that's the lower level. Yeah, it's either 16 or it's going back. That's where it would go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you, but I mean that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm there isn't flow to hot list it.
Okay,
but,
next week.
We're gonna exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's get these solars here. Sun W. You're probably not gonna get flow reads on these. I just wrote them down because they're solar. Hold on a second. SPI too. This one might.
Yeah, Sun W doesn't have volume to speak of, and
yeah.
What was the other one?
SPI. It's gonna be the same. I'll just put them on notes off of yours. That SPI chart's fucking amazing.
Yeah, when I start talking run and end phase.
Yeah.
Time to look at all the solar.
Cook. That's Traeger off of.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week somewhere.
It's got the 250
Both
strikes, but the chart's in a great spot.
Yeah, yeah, Flow's bullish on it. Let me see where it wants to go. I got 750 for
That's a great move.
819.
It's a 50% move.
Those contracts are $15.
It's summer. Let's grill.
Exactly.
And then,
Throw some Beyond Meat on there.
no. Uh, oh, brother. I look at that case every time at Fred Meyer, just to actually look at the price, right? Like, kind of compare
Right.
shop, and I'm like, Professor probably eat them hot dogs over there. The LiDAR play I was talking about, LIDR. Dig into that one a little bit. It does have dollar strikes. 3 horrible weeks put us way back on a level from $6 to $2. Seems like we're gonna get some of that back.
715, $2, 2C. That's good. 250C in August. Yeah, ideal. I like it.
Wanna throw it on? As soon as it is. All right. Are you getting these candles, P? Because this one has that Friday close candle too.
Yeah,
You have that on your trade view?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I just sometimes this stuff glitches out. Thinkorswim will have a glitch, and that's I didn't catch that till now, but that's on a lot of charts.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy to me. There was a lot of buying Friday at close across the map. Interesting. That's all I have outside of like talking shop, which I want to keep real low because we are right at the time here. Semi charts. What do you think about semi charts?
Yeah. So I think they're in a good spot, and Micron's got earnings this week. I think.
Yeah.
So I'm still into Himex, and it's just kind of parked right now.
Yes.
So that's one that I really do like if that sector gets moving.
AMD,
And
all of them, they're all kind of like basing right now. That's what I'm seeing. I don't have like anything besides the charts are all kind of like this is enough. We're gonna stay right here.
yeah, right. And I think if you want a cheap way to play semiconductors, Soxel, the ETF, is what I would recommend.
Okay.
And that is going to go back to $20 fairly easily if the semiconductors get moving. So it's at 1581 right now, and
30%.
Yep.
And then, are you seeing food, restaurants, and groceries as kind of it's coming because of I've heard food shortage in the news, like almost every other day.
Yeah. So ACI.
Yes.
Is one that I'm really interested in around here.
Great spot.
Under $30, almost hot listed, to be honest. Yeah, for sure. So I got 32, 34 coming rather quickly on ACI.
Yeah, and our level is 28.50 and 33.5 is the top. So yeah, they were all there. Shake Shack's in a good spot on 40 with room back to 47. I'm just wondering if you were seeing that on your side yet because the charts are kind of there.
Yeah, no, I am, and
okay.
This is where I mentioned Ollie, and I guess it was Ollie. They do food. Yeah, they do some food, but yeah, consumer defensive across the board kind of has that going. So yes.
Okay, and then it's funny because it is written here underneath now that I see it as my last one. Chargers.
Oh.
Chargers.
Oh, nice.
You kind of touched on it with ChargePoint. You have anything to add to that? They're just in a good spot.
Yeah, like F cell run to 450 seems likely.
Okay.
And one I used to really like, I've just stayed away from for a while, is Blink. Blink has like 20 to 22 on my end.
Do you mess with Beam?
No, I've never traded that. I know you mentioned it. Yeah.
You should check it out. I mean, it's 250 strikes, but it's rangy. I have 12 to 20 is my channel, and we've ate it 3 times this year. So
Nice.
And then I think we got the best one. If we're gonna put one on there, you got the best one already. It's ChargePoint. It's in a great spot, and then plenty of eyes on that thing for sure. So
Yeah,
I like it. You have anything else?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to checking on futures overnight, just kind of seeing how, especially oil, how that wants to react. Cryptos.
I mean, look.
We definitely. I was in the Discord with Tupac and Goose on the actual bottom of crypto when it flipped, and has just kind of kept going. So might be bumping up against some resistance in crypto. We'll see if it dips back down. Watching that closely. I'll be in coin again for options. Not a hot list stock for me, but just one that's really reliable off some levels I have.
That's a flipping gem. Yeah, no, I'm with you on all that. I have has the oil broke 100 yet? I don't think it has. I think we were 103, right?
No. Yeah.
Do you see that happening this week?
Yes, okay. I do. It might be brief, but yeah.
Perfect. No, that's what I was wondering. And Bitcoin I'm with, when that turns, I don't have a number, but maybe 24, 25. Those are going to pick up a little bit. Riot, Mara, obviously your best ones in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely notes. That's kind of like the fire alarm, right? We'll just let you know when it goes off because Bitcoin trades all day. Awesome. Well, I know it's the summer. I hope it's nice out there. Appreciate the time as always, P. Good work.
Yeah.
Sir. Yeah. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah. You too. All right. Take care, everybody.